Okay, we're live.
We're live?
We're live.
Come on in, Rach. You sure you're in the shot?
Maybe.
Let me look.
Oh.
Be careful.
Rach, scoot in a little bit, and Jake, scoot in a little bit too, so you're center.
Okay.
You're a little bit more.
Okay.
You're now center.
Is Rach in?
Rach, you're in.
Should we
Alright,
only
we're
have
good.
one
Are you-
table
Are you gonna be in?
so that we can like... Cresto.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Jake Roy. To my right is Rachel Motley Levine. To my left is Dave Well-Dressed Crespo. We are at the Seattle Airport, 9:48 Pacific Coast time here on Sunday, September 6th, pre-Labor Day. We just came back from Alaska. We survived. We weren't eaten by bears. It was an unbelievable trip. Guys, how about that trip?
So many things to cover. I don't know, I believe if you want to break it down in question form, Jake has...
Well, let me throw out this initial question. How did the trip, going into it, we knew Alaska was freaking amazing. We'd seen photos, all of that, but we had never done a trip together before, so there was that as well. How did the trip measure up against your expectations?
So I actually didn't really know anything about the trip going into it. I didn't listen to any of your planning sessions. I fully trusted you, and I looked up one hike and got scared and decided it was best not to know. But
Smart plan.
Far exceeded my expectations. I thought you did a really good job planning it. I thought the hikes were awesome. We saw a lot of really good scenery, different scenery. All four seasons, which was awesome. I don't think any of us realized how much of a variety of weather we were going to get. Boys?
And if I can add, I think trips with friends are really what make the experience that much more memorable. I mean, I could have done all these things that we did on the itinerary and it would have been just fine, but the fact that I did it with these two outstanding individuals, it's made it that much more sweeter. Going into it, I think I just pictured a lot of bloodthirsty bears like chasing us on the trail. And that didn't happen, so go figure.
Yeah, you were like sending us links to like bear attacks, and you were like picking up brochures of like bears with just seeking blood. You were scared.
Fact.
And your parents wanted the phone numbers of everyone we were communicating with in Alaska.
And we didn't even need to knife open our bear spray.
No, we returned the bear spray, REI, but hey, Cresto had it, brought it in his pocket on the Lost Lake
Ready to
hike.
slice open if need be.
On one series, I would just jump on what you were saying. Like, I've done so many hiking trips by myself that have been great and really enjoyable, and I've seen amazing places. But to be able to share such a spectacular place with other people, with friends, was really special to me. So, let's jump into some questions. All right.
Time out. Do we want to check the sound volume on this?
Let's check the sound volume on this. Yeah. Smart play.
That is SMRT.
We're on.
All right, folks, we are back. Again, we're at the Seattle Airport, just diving into, just digesting, just giving you all the details about this spectacular Alaska trip. We're going to jump into some questions now. Let's start with this, guys. What was your favorite day from this amazing adventure? Rachel, let's swing it to you first.
I would say that my favorite day followed maybe my least favorite moment of the trip, which was our hike down from our backcountry hike on Mount...
Don't say the mountain name.
That mountain in the Alaska Range.
The Alaska Range with Molly and Joe.
I didn't know this was going on the internet. The hike up was pretty challenging, and I definitely was exhausted by the time we got there. And then when we got there, I was pretty miserable. I wouldn't come out of the tent. I was very, very cold. Cresto had to come feed me dinner in the tent.
Spoon-fed.
Our dinner was also a very interesting choice of dinner that night, which he did a delicious job preparing.
Tell the people about this dinner. Or is this going to be told later?
We got a separate video on that.
Okay.
But the next day we woke up, it was beautiful, it was a little bit warmer. I slept really well throughout the night. I don't think anybody else did as much, but We hiked down through the snow across the river, and then it kind of opened up into this really beautiful field with insane fall colors, and beautiful mountain scenery. We stopped for lunch at this awesome opening. We picked fresh blueberries on the whole way down.
So many blueberries.
We hit muddy trails. We went through bushes higher than my head. We went through snow as deep as my knees, but it was really, really fun, really challenging, really good to come back, have a beer, get some pizza, get to kind of laugh about it all with everybody. But that would be my favorite day.
That was a spectacular day. You stole mine. Cresto.
Spectacular. You know what? I'm gonna have to piggyback on Rachel here. That was definitely the best day. Just coming down from being super high at like 4,000 plus feet, and just coming down, watching the elevation change and the landscape change. And it was a beautiful day, sunny, from snow to mud to to trail to rocks to downhill to flat. I mean, unreal. So that's probably one of my most memorable days of the trip. Just knowing that we had to give so much to get there, and we got to enjoy it on the way down.
Yeah, that's probably what I would choose. But since you guys went with that, I'm gonna switch it up. Day one was just we only hiked 3 miles, but going into Denali, didn't exactly know what to suspect. A bus took us in after a 2-hour delay because of snow, which made it all the more beautiful. But we finally got on the bus. We didn't get quite to the Alaskan Center, which is at like mile 66, but we got within 13 miles of it. We saw at least 6, if not 7 different grizzly bears, which was just unbelievable. I mean, I was just hoping to see like one going in. And then just the fall colors combined with the snow on these peaks, combined with the puffy white clouds in the blue sky, it was unreal. I think I shot like 10 videos just that day. It was so incredible. And then the hike too, like hiking in a riverbed at Toklat, like hiking over these braided streams, all the while taking in the scenery around us, watching Crespo try to navigate rocks across the stream and do it very delicately.
Building our own bridges.
With finesse, building our own bridges. Amazing day. So, you choose so many of them. Okay, let's jump to the next question, folks. What was the coolest moment of this trip? Let's start with you, Crespo.
I think the coolest moment, again, I gotta go back to that hike we did in Denali, overnight, where we had set up camp, and it was cold, it was freezing, it was windy, it was snowy, and then all of a sudden, like, these pink clouds, like, came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it was just this kind of, like, surreal, otherworldly, just scene from above the mountain. It's kind of like you had the peak in the background, you had these like pink clouds, and just the juxtaposition of it both just made it that much more awe-inspiring. The fact that we could see that, I'm sure not everyone else could see that from the ground. The fact that we were up there, we could see that was pretty cool.
You came out of nowhere.
I think my favorite moment was when we set up camp at Lost Lake and just the surreal beauty of it, how lucky we were to be there, and the fact that we basically had the entire place to ourselves. We'd had an amazing day. It was the first day down in Seward. It was really warm weather. We'd come from the cold. The drive down was unbelievable. And we just set up this beautiful location, cooked dinner, and kind of got to hang out, drink a little bit of whiskey, have a little bit of tea, and it was really enjoyable.
I know what made it really enjoyable was when Dave found the best location.
Hey,
and then
guy,
we picked our tent up and moved it down the road.
Yeah. Took the tent on the trail. That was impressive. Mine was actually from that brutal day, the first day of the overnight in the Alaskan, when we finally got over that hump, and it was just like all white around us. Like, I took a photo of you guys, and it looks like you could be climbing like freaking Mount Everest, like mountaineering, like nothing but white, nothing but snow. It was like, going into this trip, we knew it was going to be cold, but I don't think we thought there were going to be like winter conditions, and we truly experienced winter conditions in August. So that was amazing. All right, what was the most challenging part for you guys?
All of it. No, I mean, I think mentally and physically was that first big hike. I was really at my wit's end. I was starving. I didn't really know where we were going. I wasn't really happy about it at the time. We had done some things that really pushed me when we were kind of scaling the side of that mountain with the loose rock. I was pretty terrified. Snow was up to my knees, and I just really didn't feel like I had the power anymore to kind of keep going. And Joe back at me and said, Rach, how you doing? And I said, it's fading pretty fast. And he's like, all right, let's try and go down there and set up camp. So I think that both physically and mentally was really tough for me.
Yeah, that was a very difficult hike.
I think what was tough for me was hearing Jake free rap just two of us every day.
Every day, baby. I mean, that's my song. That's my jam.
The first 8 times were fine, but then I realized, I'm just now bringing this up, so you were grading on me the whole time.
Yeah.
Losing my mind literally.
I think the most challenging part for me was just doing a trip like this with other people and balancing my hiking ambitions. As you all know, that I like to hike and I like to hike as many miles as possible. Balancing that with getting along and not driving you guys crazy and us having a good time, but also pushing to do as much as possible, because I know from experience that these things are incredible if you just get out there, even if at first they don't seem that way. Having type 2 fun, as Molly told us about. So that was certainly a challenge, but I think I improved as the week went on, and we all got along pretty well. So, what did you learn about your hiking and traveling companions that you were surprised about? Because hey, going in, we had known each other for what, 6 years? But there was a lot we didn't know about each other that we learned on this hike, I would say.
I think I didn't know your true ability to rap just the two of us. When you broke that out the first time, I was shocked, inspired, awestruck, I would say. Very impressed.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just didn't know your musical talent.
Coming to karaoke near you in DC soon, folks.
You gotta do me too, bro. That's probably go.
Yeah. Why don't you do Jake?
Okay. So Jake, what I learned about Jake was he was definitely the mother of the trip. He kind of kept it all together, told us when we needed to hurry up, told us we needed to get off certain parts of the trail.
Only slept through a couple alarms, only put us on a couple wrong trains.
Yeah, he did. He's not the hiking saint that we make him out to be. But I will say he is definitely a steward of nature in every sense of the word. He's all about recycling and even disposing of garbage. He picks up garbage on the trail. I think that was kind of cool to see.
Which you learned from.
Yeah.
Yes, talk about it.
And then and for Rachel, I learned she's a walking pharmacy. Not only that, she's not afraid to get dirty. Because she will get dirty. Chocolate on her face, on her clothes, trying to put a sweatshirt on over her seatbelt. Losing her phone on the trail, but realizing it was on her the whole time. But then to counter that, she was also very meticulous about putting what she learned on paper so that it wouldn't go into the ether. So she documented everything we did and even took to heart what our climbing guide said and put that all on paper. And she even Facebook friended my mom. So I think all around I learned a lot hanging with this town.
I learned that both of you guys have been all over the world. On our way down from the Lost Lake hike, we did the 5 countries we like to go to that we haven't been, and I was guessing countries for both of you guys, and you've been like everywhere to so many places. It's so cool. And I think coming out of this, that this inspires me to travel even more and more, see more cool places, hike more cool places. The world is so big, and we are so small. And there's so little time too, so that was really eye-opening to me, inspiring to me as well. Alright.
Wait, and I learned about Cresto.
Oh yeah.
I just learned a lot about your personal life. Like, I didn't know a lot about your upbringing or your values or the way you were raised or where you were raised. Things that I would have thought I should have known after 6 years of friendship.
Yeah.
And also what a history buff you are. You were always really interested in kind of getting the background and the facts and, you know, stuff that I often overlooked. You would find the interesting parts of and then share it with us, which I thought was really fun.
Yeah, you would throw it out. You wouldn't just find it. You had all of that in your brain. You had done your research coming in. You were throwing out the history behind the different areas that we were in. So, oh, and how about this about Cresto? I didn't know he's a great photographer.
Oh, very
you gave
serious
him the
photographer.
Big, camera, and he was doing
yeah,
some
he
work
killed
with
it yesterday with our whale shooting photos.
Yeah, he's getting some great whale shots. What was the funniest moment, guys?
Alright, Rach, want to say it together? The time when Jake was frolicking down
Literally frolicking. I cannot describe it the other way. Arms flapping. He was so happy.
This was on day 2 of that Alaskan hitchhike.
And then he just came down and stepped in his huge hole and face planted so hard into the ground. And left like, it was so funny, and then it was so funny again when Cresto got up to that point and just saw this huge hole in the ground.
Yeah.
But your body of love.
Easily the funniest moment.
That was a great moment. Jeez, I can't top that. I mean, every time that we lost Cresto, that was pretty funny. Every time we were like at the hostel and so we're like, where's Cresto? And then it dawned on us, yeah, Cresto's been in the bathroom for the last half an hour.
My body's a well-oiled machine.
You heard it here first, guys. How freaking amazing is Alaska, guys? Like,
I'm not done yet. I'll be back. We will be back, I hope.
yeah.
There's a lot of it we didn't see. A lot of it we didn't see.
It is ginormous. Just looking at a map, like, unbelievable how huge that state is and how much wild just places to go there.
Yeah, I think culturally I expected it to be pretty different. It was really fun. It was fun to go out and see the town a couple nights, the last couple of nights. Last night was a little crazy.
Let's give some shout outs to people, guys. There was just so many cool people. Shout out to Kyla and Alex in Anchorage, and for Molly for connecting us with them. Molly's place in Anchorage, that's where we stayed when we got in the first weekend. We got in at like 1:30, 2 a.m. Shout out to them and the dog Cosmo for hosting us.
Thanks for putting us up.
Can we do the next shout out?
Shout out to obviously Spur keeping us on the straight and narrow.
Tell the people who Spur is.
Spur is a 3-time Iditarod finisher. Lead dog. Knew what she was doing. She had just boundless energy and literally could sleep outside the big girl that she wanted to. So,
and she's 14 years old.
She was a badass.
14 years old.
Yeah, and she killed it on the trail.
Unbelievable dog. So cool.
Shout out to Molly and Joe.
Oh my gosh.
Our amazing hosts. They not only put us up in our own private cabin, which was cozy and amazing, electricity. They cooked us some amazing food. We had sockeye salmon from the Red Copper River, which is supposed to be the best in the world. We had a caribou stew, which was amazing. They had a little dinner party for us that We didn't
met the
really
mayor.
make it to.
We did briefly meet the mayor of the borough of Denali.
Also happened to be the day that Denali was officially changed to Denali.
We were in the park when it happened.
Yeah, so that was a nice celebration. And then also for taking us out on the trail, pushing us to do something that I don't think we couldn't have done it without them. There was
Type
no
2
trail.
fun. Yeah.
There was no trail to follow. We had to trust their local knowledge, and they killed it. They were really, really awesome. They were supportive, encouraging, and they pushed us.
And they made this happen. I never would have thought of coming to Alaska if not for Molly. It took 4 years, Molly, but we finally made it happen, finally made it happen, and got to do it with 2 other amazing people. But thanks so much for sticking with me, for not giving up on this dream, and for your amazing hospitality and taking us on that hike. Shout out to Ken, the bus driver.
Grandpa Ken.
Grandpa Ken, the bus driver in Denali, regaled us with amazing stories from his childhood growing up in Kentucky, and from why he loves the mountains and being in Alaska. Just one of the nicest men I've ever met, and just had a perfect bus voice, if you will, to keep us entertained but not annoy us during that journey, because we were in that bus for a good 4 hours.
More than that.
Well, on the way there, and then we had a different bus driver on the back.
Let's see. Shout out to our hostel friends. I think one of the cool things about traveling is encountering new people that you wouldn't meet otherwise. And these guys were just kind of fun to share dinner with, share night on the town with. They totally brought a new element of just experience that we all got to share.
See a local side of the town.
Just
Saturday night in Seward.
Hearing stories from Australia, like hearing stories from other people who love the hike, and just sharing stories.
Yeah.
It's all about sharing stories and creating that community feel away from home.
Yep. And then I think our last shout out is to the Forest Service crew who saved our lives after we came out of the Lost Lake hike. It had rained all morning and all day, and the dam broke, overflowing the road out of the park. And
we
our
had nowhere to go.
little tiny car
You would have been stranded.
killed it, but they led the way for us, and there was a big possibility we weren't getting anywhere, and they stayed behind and waited for
Knee-high
us.
water for like half a mile. It's incredible.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So shout out to them.
Big thank you. I would have been very sad to have been stuck there. They would have been very sad to have been stuck there with me.
Yeah, that would not have been pleasant. Angry Rach would have come out. Well, guys, I think we have a flight to catch here.
Yeah.
We are going back to DC, back to the Flatlands. Sad in many ways, but also resume our lives there. But this trip will go down in history. We have lots and lots of photos and videos coming your way, folks, so stay tuned for that. Any last thoughts, guys?
Just remember, Daddy loves you.
Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you.
Hashtag where's Cresto? Hashtag what did Rach lose today? Hashtag don't leave peanut butter in an airport. Alright folks, I think we're out. We got a plane to catch. More to come. See ya.